Hello folks, I'm here in California again taking care of some business, and I wanted to do a quick video. I haven't been able to make one in a while, nor have I been able to respond to some of the comments from my others that I've made, and I will, as soon as I get back to Tucson tomorrow, I'll start responding to the comments and whatnot and making more videos. But right now I'm in California, right near Port Magoo, a naval base, taking care of some business. I wanted to talk about something that happened to me while I was in Vegas when I was there about 3 or 4 days ago. So I was there taking care of some business, and my wife was with me, and we had some free time, and we walked up and down the strip to occupy that free time. And it's a pretty seedy lifestyle, let's just say there. The locals who frequent the strip, who live on the strip, whatnot. And one lady in particular I want to talk about there. Now, in no way am I trying to insult this lady, demean her, but she was just the perfect analogy, the perfect metaphor for what a person really will do if they had to feed themselves. And I'm going to come full circle into the immigration, because this lady right here is just living proof people will do what they got to do in order to survive. So my wife and I are walking up and down the strip, doing the shopping and whatnot, occupying our free time, like I said earlier. And there's many people out there who are obviously transient, and they're handing out what looks like poker cards, game cards, but instead of, the 5 of diamonds on it or something like that, there's a half-naked lady picture on there with a local phone number, local to Vegas, for prostitution. As you know, prostitution is legal in Vegas. And, you take a look at the card, and for a good time or whatever, for an escort, or call this number. Many people are doing that out there. And in one particular street, there was an old lady doing the same thing. This lady looked like she could be anybody's grandmother. This old lady looked like she would never have condoned the type of business she was representing, nor the type of business she was conducting. But it looks like, out of desperation, she was doing something that she didn't want to do, just to put food in her mouth, whatever it may be. And I thought to myself as I was walking by, what a great metaphor, an analogy. Somebody, like I said, who has reached rock bottom and will do absolutely anything to survive, and that's what humans do. So I'd like to come full circle now on this illegal immigration, because this is where it all ties together. Illegal immigrants and the advocates for illegal immigration always make this lame excuse. And I've been saying this for years. I've had 200 and something videos, and in many of my videos I've said the same thing. They're coming here to do work Americans don't want to do. And I said that's bull crap. And I hate that when they say that. We're only coming here to do a work Americans don't want to do, don't like to do. And I've always said that, no, you're coming here to do work Americans don't have to do any longer. Thanks to our lavish, generous welfare system, they don't have to do it anymore. I remember as a kid growing up in the very late 60s and 70s, back then when the man of the house could not find work, he would pack up his family and move wherever there was work, whether it be another city over or another state over. I remember as a child my dad packing up the station wagon like right around 1970, driving us all the way from New York to California just to find work. And when work dried up there, we went somewhere else. And that's how most families were. They would go to where the work was. They wouldn't move to a city or state and say, oh, I'm home. Whether I have work or not, I'm home. No, it wasn't like that. Home was where you can find work. And you went out and searched for it regardless of where it was. Now, it's not like that anymore. We have this, like I said, lavish lifestyle that people who are out of work, and trust me, back in the 50s, the 40s, when you couldn't find work in the city, you would actually move away from the city back towards the farmlands, and you would do whatever it takes. You would farm the lands for whomever who was hiring. You would take care of their cattle. And then as your children got an education, they would move to the city and find good jobs. That's how it used to be. So back to this old lady. She obviously wouldn't condone the prostitution, and probably didn't think about or didn't expect to be handing out pornography cards or prostitution advertisement cards. But she's doing something. Even though it's rock bottom, she's doing something. And it proved to me that, no, Americans will do whatever it takes in order to put food in their bellies. They will do whatever it takes. But because of our welfare system, they don't have to do it. I contend, if we get rid of our welfare system, or better yet, only give it to truly handicapped people who cannot work, all others, if you're able, healthy and able, you don't get it. You either freaking work or you starve to death. And just from human nature, the need to survive, they will do whatever it takes to put food in their bellies. That old lady handing out the pornography cards, the prostitution advertisement cards, it's a perfect example, perfect proof. Many people say, "Oh, with your suggestion will increase crime. All these people on welfare will resort to crime." No, they won't. No, they will do whatever it takes, and yes, some of them will resort to crime, but crime will always be there. We've created a beautiful ecosystem where people just don't have to do nothing, just collect and mooch off the government, mooch off of you, the taxpayers. Perfect ecosystem, perfect mooching system. Clinton, she always used to say it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village. Yeah, unfortunately, the people in the village see everybody's willing to help them out, and they take advantage of the village. Anyway, folks, these people who are coming across our borders are not doing, and I'll leave you at this, they are not doing the work Americans won't do or don't want to do. And every time you hear that in the future, you correct them. No, they're coming here and doing the work that Americans don't have to do thanks to our lavish welfare system, something that has been abused for many, many years. Take care.